Hi everyone, welcome to the series. This is Bottoms Up. It's my journeyman save here on the channel where we start with Aveley and we're about to get into the first two games of the season. Okay, welcome back folks. Let's get straight into this. So we've got some catching up to do. Not a great deal. It's been a bit of a tough summer when it comes to buying players, selling players, that sort of thing. So I think what we'll do is we'll just get straight into the transfer area and up to Eduino Vaz, so up to here, from Alex Hernandez down, was business that had already been done before we arrived, part of the original world that we're in. So we've brought in two players on free transfers, Sam Blair and Michael Lennon. Sam Blair is a young goalkeeper, 20 years old, Irishman. He's 3.5-star current ability with potentially 5 stars of potential ability. Said potential too many times, I think. He looks good. He looks really good. Now, the issue we've got is he is here expecting to be a first choice goalkeeper, which means that when we go into our squad, we've got Jonathan North, who is also our first choice goalkeeper. Although it says here fringe player in his prime years, I don't believe that's what he believes he should be. Just trying to find where it is on here. But there you go. So yeah, first choice goalkeeper. So that is nonsense. He's not a fringe player. He's a first choice goalkeeper. Doesn't have a strong opinion about his playing time at the present, probably because we've not played any games. But he's someone that was elected as our vice captain last season. When I went to speak to him about losing the vice captaincy, he wasn't particularly happy about it, and he wanted me to set him a target for why he should remain vice captain. So I set him the target of achieving a 7.1 match rating. He wasn't happy. He said that's a bit too much. You know, it's unlikely he could achieve that. Well, in that case, you probably shouldn't be my first choice goalkeeper, is what I wanted to say to him. But this is Morale Manager 2024 after all. So we've had to pacify him. We've agreed that he's going to give it a try. And in order for him to achieve that, we kind of have to play him as well. Because if he doesn't play, he's just going to say he's not achieved his target because he's not played, blah, 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 blah. Now, Sam Blair, for the moment, I will put in cup competitions, you know, the FA Trophy, the FA Cup, that sort of thing. If Jonathan North is not performing, then Blair will come in. It's as simple as that. And we'll have to deal with that as and when we get to it. If he gets the ump, then we can always release him. He's on a non-contract. So that's quite an easy solution in that respect. And that's why I decided to go with North over Blair, the other guy, Sam Blair. Michael Lennon is the second player that's come in. He's a centre-back stroke left-back. When you're playing in this low down in the leagues, you need players that can play in more than one position. Having someone that's just a centre-back, it's not really much use to you. He's 20 years old, 2-star current ability, 5-star potential. He's certainly not someone we're looking at starting. He's someone we're looking at having on the bench that can come in, and if he impresses, then obviously he'll get a start for us. It does mean we've got two players like this that can play centre-back and left-back. So Tom Stevens, for example, he's 31 years old. We've offered him out via the transfer room. There's no interest in him. I don't think we're going to be able to get rid of him, which is a real shame because we could do with having that £200. So yeah, his £200 would help with the finances, considering our committed spending is about £50 a week over. Our current spending is fine. We're a few hundred quid under. But the reason why that's potentially going to be going over is this potential signing here, Callum Casey. Now, he's 5 stars in everything. He's someone we would absolutely build this team around. And I would love to have him come in. However, there is interest from other clubs, i.e. Hemel Hempstead. And what I've discovered so far is if another club is interested in someone we're going for, they tend to go to that club. Now, on another note, Lionel Ainsworth. He's our assistant manager, and I give training to my assistant. I don't do training. My assistant does all of that. And if you look up here on his training rating, 5.90, I've basically had to call him into the office, have a little chat with him, and say to him, you need to buck your ideas up and train better. I find it staggering that the guy that's leading training was our worst performing trainer of the way. I mean, what does that say about our assistant manager? So already I'm thinking I need a new assistant, basically. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So we've gone through Callum Casey, we've gone through who's come in. No one has actually gone out yet. These are the players that all went out before we arrived. So we've not actually got rid of anyone yet. What I am looking at doing between now and the end of, well, say the transfer window, there's no transfer window in non-league, but before the next episode, is bringing in a couple of loanees to help with our squad planner. So goalkeeper wise, at the moment, I'm pretty much set with that being the way it is. Don't even know who Joshua Roach is. Oh, I think he's someone that's here on trial or was on trial, but it's not someone we're keeping around. Where I'm pretty much looking at is in central defence, because during pre-season we've noticed that while we have names here, when they're playing in other positions, you obviously can't get them in centre-back. We do need a bit more in the centre of midfield in terms of quality-wise, because once you get past Kelly, Kai and Dada, who should actually be a bit further up, I think, you have got Benson there as well, but he can play out wide on the left. So he's quite useful out there as well. So it does leave us a bit short in central midfield. And I do still want a better striker than what we've got. When we look at the squad, Matt Rush and Charlie Hughes are our two starter strikers. We have Alex Hernandez, who can basically only be a striker. That's why he's not going to be getting on the subs bench for us, because we need people on the bench that can play multiple positions, and that's not him. This guy here, Jonathan Nzengo, I mean, look at all of this. He can play left back, left midfield, right midfield. He can play anywhere he wants, up and down each flank. He is definitely going to be on our bench. And if he impresses, he might even get a bit of game time as well. He isn't particularly consistent and he doesn't enjoy big matches. So it's probably an idea that he is more of a sub than anything else. So the next thing I want to show you is our schedule, and we'll go through the pre-season friendlies pretty quickly, so I do want to get into the two games today. So we had Cambridge City, which won 3-0. James Allaby is a 28-year-old striker that we brought in on trial, put him up front. He's done a really good job for us, as you can see, in terms of being a target for and pressing forward. He's pretty good at this level, really. He's a decent Vanarama South player, not going to improve. We didn't bring him in because he wasn't part of our priority at the time, so he's left the club. But, you know, there is a possibility we might be able to bring him in later on. And the reason why I'm leaving some of this business till later is because once the season starts, people tend to get a bit more desperate to want to play, and therefore their asking price is a lot lower than what it was originally. So then we had Cashalton, which won 3-0, goals from Kai, Ainsworth and Hernandez. Jalen Jones getting on the score sheet against Cambridge City, by the way. He's our backup centre-back. Then we had Finchampstead, something like that. Nice, comfortable 5-0 win there. Odelusi, Dada, Rush with 2 and Hughes with 1. Good to see both strikers getting on the score sheet there. Disappointing game against Dulwich Hamlet, losing that 2-0. We weren't particularly good. Dulwich Hamlet, I believe, are in a league below us. When I click on them, it doesn't actually show me what league they're in, but I believe it is the league below, like the Isthmian Premier or something like that. Then we played Lewes. Now, I'm going to show you a screenshot of Lewes. This was how they lined up. This was about 25 minutes into the game. And if you look at this, they've got an inverted wing-back, an inverted full-back, and a segundo volante with an inside forward and a winger. I mean, Lewes were going full on Manchester City on us. It didn't do them much good in the end because we beat them 2-1. But I just thought that was disgusting, quite honestly, having inverted wing-backs and full-backs at this level. And bearing in mind, what league are Lewes in? Again, I think they might be in the league below us as well. So, yeah, that was very odd. Matt Rush did get a couple of goals there, 2 goals in 2 minutes there. Then we played Canterbury. We beat them 4-1. Hughes, Jones, Aileru and Manny Ogunrindi. Now, Aileru is going to be on our bench. He's he can play left or right there, but he can't play left there and he's makeshift there. But he can also play a little bit up front. So I'm not sure he's really what we want or need. We could be looking at moving him on as well. But for the time being, because he can play out wide to a degree, then it might be someone worth keeping around. But obviously Nzengo will be the person we use out wide ahead of Aileru, that's the one. I'm still learning these players' names, folks. So now we move into today where we play Chippenham and Taunton. And when we look at the season preview, I did go through this in the previous episode, in episode 1. Chippenham and Taunton are down with us, basically. They're not expected to do particularly well, and they are expected to get relegated along with us. So we've had what looks like a pretty nice start to the season in terms of our fixture list, but we'll soon see what we are like and maybe what they are like in this episode. So let's move into the fixtures for today. They're all 3 o'clock kickoffs. Here we are against Chippenham, and let's get going into today's game. So it says to go cautious. We're not going cautious. We're not going to make a change to the team. We don't have opposition instructions. We're going to ignore all this. We want to do things our way, not the way we're being told to do. So this is a team that we start our campaign in the Vanarama National League South. North in goal, Vaz left back, Ring right back with Gibbs and Davis in the middle. Ogunrindi on the left with Odelusi on the right. Dada and Kai in the middle. Rush and Hughes up front. Now, some of you that remember the last episode will remember that Garrett Kelly is, when you look at him there, he would look like being a first choice ball winning midfielder and whatever else. He is our highest earner at the club as well. However, during pre-season, Kai and Dada have looked really good together. I've been really impressed with them. So that is why we're going with them ahead of Garrett Kelly for the moment. And if you remember on the bit of information they give you when you first start your save, Kelly wasn't even in our first 11 on that either. So I can understand the reasons why. So let's get into the match. We need to give a squad number to Michael Lennon. We give him number 2. It's a good fullback number. We'll go to the match and let's hope we can... I'll settle probably for a draw away from home against Chippenham Town. Bear in mind, all we've got to look at is to avoid relegation. So it's not like we need to be winning every game to win the league or anything like that. Beautiful non-league ground. They're playing a 4-2-3. I wonder if they're going to have inverted wing-backs and full-backs as well. So let's get into it. No, they've got just normal... Oh, no, that's us. So we have to wait for them to show what they're doing. But yeah, this is going to be exciting. It's going to be good times. I'm looking forward to this save. And Aveley is a team that we're not expected to do well with, but who knows? Let's see what the future holds. I mean, it's taken a while over this free kick. Oh, and he's hit the crossbar. I'm just going to check our settings. I haven't got it on. No, they haven't changed. So don't quite know why it took him so long over that free kick. It's a bit early to be wasting time. We are the away team, remember, so we are in red today, not in blue. And we win the ball back in midfield. It's with Dada. Gives it to Odelusi. Ball forward for Hughes to chase onto. It's now come out to Odelusi. Gets the cross into the box. Scores Rush. And it's 1-0. Odelusi with the assist. Matt Rush with the goal. That's his first goal of the season. Our first goal of this save. And that is a great way to start the series. Really pleased with that. And the fact that we're playing a wing play system, the cross came in, that is exactly what you want to be seeing. Kai's already got a yellow card on 26 minutes. Probably got a bit excited by the fact that he's in a winning team, but who knows. Now, I will say that as soon as I started recording this episode, someone outside my front room decided it was going to be a good idea to trim their hedge with an electric saw. So there was some cuts in the episode earlier on where that started happening. So hopefully it's going to be kept to a minimum so we can at least get this episode recorded. So I'm happy with your performance. So I think I say we can do even better. Let's not say... I always get nervous. I tell them I'm happy when we're 1-0 up. We just go on to lose the game. But we've had 2 shots on target in that first half. They haven't had any yet. Odelusi now with a corner for us. And that's gone over and useless, quite honestly. Jason Ring's not looking great at right back. He's on a 6.4. So now they have a throw-in. They don't go for a disgusting long one. They do put the ball in the box. It's now come out. He's in acres of space. It's blocked. We need to defend this. Come on, boys. Don't concede here. And it's a goal. Matt McClure. First goal of the season for Chippenham. It's 1-1. And I've got to say, that was poor from us. We didn't seem to want to close people down. I'm going to take probably Jason Ring off because he's not having a great game. Kai is completely letting me down from the hype I gave him earlier on. So, Nzengo on for Ring. And we'll make a second substitution as well with Kai coming off and bring Garrett Kelly on. He's also on a yellow card as well, so we don't really want him getting sent off. And let's see what... So we have the ball now with Nzengo. He gives it to Kelly. Put in the middle for Odelusi. Get in. First goal for Odelusi. And the good thing is we don't have VAR at this level as well, so we ain't got to worry about them keep screwing us over. So it's Nzengo as substitute with the assist. Odelusi with the goal. We have another opportunity here as well. Here's Hughes to Kelly to Vaz. Oh, he's giving that away. That's not a good pass. We should be able to deal with this. We've got the numbers. Oh, come on. Don't just let them run onto the ball and get it. Good tackle, Kelly. Come on. Oh, Nzengo, you've got taken. Oh, this is 2-2. There you go. It just becomes obvious when the other team are going to score. You just see it happening. Right, let's make a third substitution. Charlie Hughes is looking a bit knackered. He's not playing great either. So if we take him off for Aileru, do we need to do that to get him looking better? No, not really. I mean, neither of them are particularly tall, I don't think. Aileru's 5'11". I think Rush is 5'10". So maybe we change him from a target forward. Deep line forward on support. Might link up the midfield a bit more. That's my thinking anyway. Let's go with that. Here's Odelusi. Oh, he's lost the ball. He's had a good game as well, but he's lost the ball there. We win it back. It's with Aileru to Kelly to Aileru. Oh, he's found Odelusi. It's 3-2. What a game. 3-2. Odelusi is second of the game. And obviously second of the season. Right. What do we do? Do we go cautious? We're going to go cautious. Oh, didn't want to press that again. In the hope that we can hold on to the lead here. I mean, as an absolute minimum, I'd expect us to get a draw from this game. But come on, don't concede now. Oh, and Odelusi's got the ball. We're on the counter-attack. It's 3-on-3 pretty much. He's giving it to Rush. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Sorry for headphone users, that was probably a bit loud. That was stunning. Matt Rushford's first goal. Oh no, he scored earlier on, so my fault, my bad. Bradbury with the corner. Oh my word. Can we stop conceding goals? You're not doing my heart any good. I mean, Jonathan North, you're on a 6.3. This isn't a very good way for you to get your average rating of 7.1. Oh, there we have it, folks. Full time. We've beaten Chippenham by 4-3. What a game that was. What a goal from Matt Rush as well. But we're giving the praise. Nice work, everyone. That was good. But we need to be better defensively for future games, because when we come up against, when we've got Eastbourne Borough, I think the game after the next one's in 2 games' time. And if we're playing against them kind of teams that are expected to be pushing for promotion, defending like that, then we could be getting a few batterings this season. But okay, so we got off to a win. Great start. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, welcome back. So we're about to go into the game against Taunton. They drew their opening game of the season against Braintree, 2-2 at home. What I do want to show you is in the finances section, we're no longer overspent on our committed spending, because the guy we was looking at, Kelly, He's accepted an offer from Woking. To be fair, Woking are a better club, us in a better division, and they're offering him £350 a week more than what we could. So, yeah, can't blame him for doing that. What I do also want to show you is in my staff, I completely forgot about this earlier on, we've got in a director of football, and it's none other than Tal Ben Haim, the Israeli director of football. He's come in for us. He's got half a star of reputation, and in case you don't know who he is, he has previously played for the likes of Chelsea, Manchester City, Sunderland, West Ham, QPR. He's even played for Standard Liège, Charlton, Maccabi Tel Aviv. He's a journeyman without a doubt. He's been around the block. But yeah, he's in as a director of football. I have asked him to try and find us some loanee players, centre-back, central midfield, that kind of thing. At the moment, he's come up blank. I mean, he has come up with some players, to be fair, but just not players I'm looking at wanting. So let's get into the game. It's their first home game of the season and indeed of the series. 456 tickets sold out of a 3,500 capacity. I wonder if we'll ever get that sold out. Maybe if we end up having Manchester United here in an FA Cup third round game. I mean, I am dreaming, I know, but you have to dream at this level, folks. So let's get into it. Team selection, we're not going to change any of that. I don't think we're looking at changing the lineup either. I think we're just going to keep with what we had in the previous game. Jason Ring, I know, did have a very poor game, but no, we'll stick with what we've got. We'll submit the team. We need to be winning our home games, especially against teams that could be in and around us, and Taunton potentially are one of those teams that could be in and around us. So here we are, we're at home, we've got some lovely trees in the background. So let's get on with it. I'm in my lovely blue shirt with my blue tie. I'm being very Aveley orientated in my get up. Hopefully when we move clubs I can change my shirt and my tie. That's what I'm hoping to be able to do, but I'm not sure if I can, but I'll certainly look into it. So a highlight this first 17 minutes, we've had 2 shots but nothing on target so far. They have a goal kick. We win the ball. It's with Hughes. Gives it to Kai, to Odelusi. That was a good, firm challenge. They can now build an attack. And they've given it away. Russia's got it. Can he make something of this? No, it's over the bar. Unlucky. I mean, it was another shot at goal, but we do need to be getting some of these shots on target, to be fair. So they now have the ball. They can try and work something out. I will show you our tactic more. Oh, they're through. Linton. So thankfully it's gone wide. Yeah, I'll show you our tactic at the end of this episode, or maybe the beginning of the next episode. It's nothing special. It's a 4-4-2 wing play system. I've not adjusted anything on it. I just thought we'd see how we get on with it. If there's things that need tweaking as we go, then that's what we can do. So North with the goal kick. It doesn't find his man. They win the ball and they can come forward now. Taunton being quite patient. Again, they win the ball. I mean, we need to be winning some of these balls, folks. So James in the midfield. Again, they are being very patient, Taunton. They're knocking it about. Maybe we've come up against the Manchester City of non-league. I mean, that's what we tell ourselves if we lose anyway. And we now get the ball as a misplaced pass. Ring gives it to Davis, to Kai, to Dada. He finds Rush. He finds Hughes and he's through. Nice turn. Hughes. It's a goal. It's 1-0. Matt Rush with the assist. First goal of the season for Charlie. Oh, look at that. Little spin on the ground. I don't know if it was meant to be a cartwheel or what it was, but it was it's only a nice little spin on the ground there. So we're going to go in at half-time with a 1-goal lead. And that is beautiful stuff. Only 2 shots on target. But I will take it. A lead is a lead. Yeah, I know you're capable of even better. I mean, they're not really responding. Dynamics, by the way, in case you're wondering, the cohesion is poor. The club atmosphere is good and going up. And the managerial support is average, but it's going up as well. And it's got a hint of green in there. So we will take that. It's not bad dynamics for the start of the season anyway. Especially in non-league when you get so many new players in the team. So Lucas gets across him. We clear it. Dada clears it again. Rush knocks on to Hughes. Oh, he couldn't find Rush. He should have been able to find Rush running through there. Here's Dada. Finds Odelusi, gets across into the box. Oh, Rush, you should have scored that. How can you miss a header from like 2-3 yards? So we put the ball in the box again. It comes out. Ogunrindi can't win the ball. They got it now. They can counter us. Playing some nice football. Morgan has it on their left. Cuts inside. It's going to be a goal, isn't it? Stern. Oh, well played. Oh, no, he hasn't given a penalty away. That was a tackle. No, he hasn't. I mean, the game seemed to have stopped there. We then win it back from a misplaced pass. Rush has it now. To Dada. Oh, this is... Oh, Hughes. Hughes is over the bar and wide. What a start to the first half. I really thought we'd given away a penalty then. Which I would have been fuming about because it didn't look like a penalty. It looked like it was a perfectly good challenge. So we got to 60 minutes. I'm just pause the game so we can look at our average ratings. I think we're going to take Kai off again. He's not really got started in this pre-season. Kai. He's got another yellow card as well. I might be looking at replacing Kelly with Kai in the next game, which will obviously be off camera. That will be, I think it's against Eastbourne Borough. So we do need to try and pick up a win here because we're heading to the 70th minute. We'll now look at making more substitutions. Oh, Ogunrindi's injured, so we bring him off for Nzengo. And then, are we looking at bringing anybody else on? Do we bring Lennon on for Gibbs, who's... I mean, to be fair, Gibbs is not... We could swap him with Davis and bring Lennon on for Davis. And hopefully he's good enough to be able to... He's on the left-hand side in a midfield... Oh, in a defensive two. So he's getting what he wants. Dada to Kelly. Odelusi, I like this Odelusi. Oh, I don't like it when he does that, but... Oh, it was a good build-up play, but... Yeah, that was useless. Here's Dada again. Everything seems to be starting with Dada in the midfield. He likes that ball to Odelusi, doesn't he? Odelusi now. Can he get across? No. Dada! Oh, I thought we could have had a free kick then. It looked like our player got tripped on the edge of the box. Adino Vaz is not having a good game either. I just saw him on a 6.2. He's now on a 6.3. Now down to 6.2 again. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Can we hang on to this 1-0 advantage? We have a corner. Vaz takes it. Oh, and it's a goal. Charlie Hughes. Edwino Vaz. That should get his average rating up as well. Charlie Hughes is second of the game. He's been a hero in this game, folks. 2 goals and 8.8 so far. And what a game. Hughes with 2 goals. And we've started this series and our time with Aveley. We're now top of the table. Clean top of the table. It's, well, say clean, we're level on points, but we've all played 2 games. It's not like there's a team below us that can overtake us. They've got a game in hand or anything like that. We are top of the table on 6 points. 6 points out of 6. That is incredibly good. I am so happy with that. It's kind of what I expected, given it was Chippenham and Taunton. But we can't do any better than that. We've got 6 points on the board. All we've got to do is avoid relegation. Ogunrindi is out for 2 to 3 days, so he will miss our next game. So the next game, we have 1 day off, and we're playing again on Monday against Eastbourne Borough. So before I forget, I need to come through here. Oh, no, go away. I need to come through here and rest everybody so that we can get a little bit of fitness back ready for Eastbourne Borough. If we go back to the league and have a look at who Eastbourne Borough just played. So they had an away win against Farnborough 3-0. Eastbourne Borough currently 10th, so they lost their first game of the season, which was at home against Hampton and Richmond. So looking at our schedule, as you can see, Eastbourne Borough next, and we've got Worthing, Dartford, Hampton and Richmond. So potentially 2, 3, whatever, pretty difficult games coming up. I will probably see you back here for Torquay and Maidstone. Torquay are expected to do well in the league, as are Maidstone. So that will be a much different test to what we've had here in this episode. So yeah, we'll come back for Torquay and Maidstone in episode 3. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Your support is always appreciated. It's been amazing so far. Please keep it going, and I'll see you tomorrow for episode 3.